Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, this whole Afghanistan fiasco is seemingly not going to end. The fallout is massive and it's everywhere. Um, and it seems that everyone's being tarred with the same brush. Now, this is causing the worst possible problems, really, for the Tories, as really it should, but also for Labour. The Tories are entering what they like to call, or what is being described as a circular firing squad. Everyone's denying any knowledge. They're all pointing the finger in other directions. Wasn't me, it was him. Wasn't me, it was her. Oh no, I'm distancing myself and all that. Well, it won't wash, of course, because they're all dirty. They've all got their hands dirty with this. And Labour also are trying to distance themselves from it, but that won't wash either, because after all, they were there over a year in power, knowing about it and not saying anything. Now, the one party that... Be careful how I phrase this, because not that I have fear or anything, I just want to get it accurate. The one party that is taking the moral high ground, and mostly mightily so, and rightly so, is Reform. Literally has nothing to do with them. They are completely innocent on all fronts, governor. And they are attacking, on many fronts. They're attacking the fact that it happened at all. They're attacking the secrecy. They're attacking the cover-up. They're attacking the super injunction. They're attacking the cost. They're also attacking the Labour Party for helping to cover it up. And they're also attacking the Labour Party, who are now trying to distance themselves from this whilst knowing it was there and keeping the secret for so long. Now, if Labour had gone in and the first couple of weeks said, hang on a minute, we've just discovered this, blah, 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 and released the information there and then, that would have been fine. You'd have gone, okay, you're only in, you've got everything to do, lots of things happening, bish, bash, bosh, and then they found it and released it within the first couple of weeks. People would have absolved the Labour Party of all guilt. But the fact it's taken over a year means the Labour Party has got its hands just as dirty as the Tories. Now, the main figures in Reform, Richard Tice and Nigel Farage, etc., they all seem to be blaming the Tories on a generic base, still having a go, understandably, at Labour, but basically blaming the Tories on a generic level. But they've not actually gone after any one particular. I suppose it's because it's so widespread. They don't need to pick any particular person, although some have got very, very dirty hands indeed. But one member of Reform has actually gone on the attack on a personal level, and I think it's backfiring. That person, of course, is Mohammed Zia Yusuf, who has, let's just say, gone a little bit mad on X, has been posting like crazy up until the wee small hours, and is furiously having a go attacking Suella Braverman, such to a degree that her husband has now left the party. The irony is, it's been revealed they're actually trying to get Suella in to join the party. So, you have to wonder how much of this is Mohammed Zia Yusuf trying to put a spoiler on that. Who knows? I don't know. But it is rumoured. I've got to be saying it is rumour mongering, but it's strong rumours. It's not just, let's just make something up. It is going around that among some of the other members of Reform, they are very regretful, shall we say, over Mohammed Zia Yusuf attacking Braverman. As I say, her husband left the party declaiming her innocence. He had a statement out saying she was innocent. But now Yusuf has gone on the attack on the Tories as well, generally, for failing to reveal that spies and special forces were also on the list. And it's been revealed that the numbers of Afghans on that list was nowhere near as high as was originally claimed. Now, speculation has been rife that Suella Braverman would have gone over to Reform in the next few weeks, joining her husband. But now that may not be the case, of course. Or at the very least, it may not be the case while Mohammed Zia Yusuf is involved in the party at all. Has Yusuf just signed his second and final exit from reform. This is one of the things that's being discussed. This is what I'm saying. This is the speculation. This is the rumour. It's possible. Because I think, in all honesty, reform would rather have Suella Braverman now than Mohammed Zia Yusuf. Now, reform insiders have speculated, or, insisted, really, that Braverman was being very difficult to pin down. She had questions and demands, and that's fine. And then others are saying that, Mohammed Zia Yusuf has got the right to attack those who were involved. Yes, but there's various, as I say, degrees in involvement. Grant Shapps, not his real name, has disappeared. He was the one that signed off on this. Ben Wallace, the following Defence Minister, he's been out and been very vitriolic about it. He goes, I've got no regrets, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, wanking $7 billion away and bringing over a whole load of sex abusers, and he's got no regrets. Now, I'm 58, and I'm going to say, since 1979, I've been a Tory. When Thatcher came in, I was a Tory. I was there 3,000 years ago, Gandalf. I was there. I was there in the winter of discontent. I was there in the mid-70s. I was there when we sat in the dark with candles. I was there when candle prices went up nearly tenfold because shopkeepers knew they had you over a barrel. And we used to get the old white candle packets and you'd put a drip in, put it on a saucer in, because nobody had actual candle light. They just had candles in saucers dabbed around the place. And that went on for a long time. But again, the winter of 78 going into 79. And ever since then, I've been a Tory my whole life. My whole life. Until the last general election, when I'd had enough and I voted Reform. I'm telling you up front, I have no secrets to tell on this one. Now, I've always said that Nigel Farage is not the Messiah. I don't think Reform are going to be the great saviour that people think they are. But what they are and what they represent is change. And I think I'll never vote Tory again after what they've done now. I cannot forgive them for what they've done. I certainly will never, ever vote Labour. I would die before I was forced to vote Labour. I loathe socialism with every atom of my being, because socialism is so destructive. It's so damaging. But I can't vote for Tories ever again. They're dead to me. They're dead to a lot of people. And so that only leaves Reform, because I can't vote for any party on the left. It's madness. And there's going to be a lot of people thinking like me. And I think this scandal is one of the biggest scandals that's ever come out of any government. Never mind Profumo. Profumo was man fucking girl. It was nothing. This is blatant. I don't know. Would you go as far as saying treason? It's certainly treasonous. You're damaging Britain and you're bringing Britain's enemies into the country. And so that's two parties on the trot, the Tories and Labour, that I consider both of them filled with traitors to this country. Let me know what you think. Thanks very much. Good night.